Okay, tactic number 3 here for Campaign Builder Finishing School. So what we're talking about is called an exit hatch. So if you picture a campaign, anything that engages with your contacts over a period of time, at a certain point during that window, whether it's a month or 3 months or a year, that contact may decide, you know what, this isn't relevant for me anymore. Maybe the topic is no longer of interest, or maybe their needs have changed and they're no longer a good fit for the product that that campaign is promoting. Regardless, if they decide that they don't want that, and their only option to get out of that campaign is unsubscribing, what's actually going to happen is they will be unsubscribed across your entire application. So the goal of an exit hatch is to give people a ripcord, to give people an eject button that they can pull for a single campaign or for a single sequence. Now, here's a few examples. If you have a line of messaging driving contacts towards, let's say, buying a specific course. Well, if that course solves a pain point that they have already solved, they might decide, well, I want to hear from Greg, but I don't want to hear about this particular product. So the way that you address this is by adding a goal at the end of that campaign. Okay, so here is an example of the exit hatch. If you have an opt-in form here, you might deliver whatever it was that you're opting in, and then you may transition them into a promotional sequence where you're guiding them towards, in my case, registering for the Monkey Pod retreat. Well, what you would do for the exit hatch is add a secondary goal that can also stop this campaign. So that's our exit hatch. The goal method is going to be a tag goal. And then you attach it to the entire campaign or whatever is at the end of the campaign, so that no matter where they are in this campaign, when they achieve this goal, it pulls them all the way out. I would create a unique tag for each campaign that you want to implement this tactic in, so that way they're only pulling themselves out of one specific campaign or even one specific sequence. So once you've added that goal, you need to give the contacts the way to apply that tag and pull themselves out. So the way you're going to do that is to jump into one or multiple promotional emails, and just instead of the buy now call to action, right, whatever the email content is, you would add an option down at the bottom that says, don't want info on this subject? Click here to opt out of communication on just this topic or just this product, right? Something like that. And then that the link you're giving them is actually what's going to raise the tag. Now, I usually build a custom page for them to see when they opt out. So, hey, cool, loud and clear, I heard that. Maybe a link to something, your YouTube channel or your blog or what have you. And then when you add that URL, the last thing you need to do is apply that tag, the exit hatch tag, when they click it. And then what that does is it ensures that as they click that email, that tag is then raised, which would achieve this goal, pulling them out of the campaign. And the function of that tag is just to stop everything previous to it. So throughout the campaign, at key intervals or in the footer of the emails, you give contacts the ability to click a link, which will raise that tag, which will achieve that goal and extract them from the campaign. So what I'm talking about here is also known as a soft unsubscribe. Rather than letting your contacts or forcing your contacts to unsubscribe globally, you're giving them the ability to control their experience on a campaign level. That gives them much more granular control over the communication they're receiving. It means that your messages will be more relevant. It also means that you'll have fewer unsubscribes across the app because your contacts may want to continue hearing from you, just not about particular topics. So by building in unique unsubscribes or exit hatches for specific campaigns or specific sequences, you're going to create a better overall user experience. Now, the action item here is to comb over your existing campaigns. Anywhere where you have a sequence of emails or a number of communication pieces on the same topic, where you run the risk of people getting tired about hearing about that subject, you should give your contacts the ability to raise their hands and say, yeah, that's enough on this. Let's extract me from this particular sequence. And the good news about this is they're not saying that they don't want to hear from you. They're not saying that they want to be off your list forever. They're just saying, yeah, this one's not serving me right now. And if they can recognize that, then ultimately it's the best case for you as well as for them.